Hey, this is Frank Yosa, broker-owner of Frankly Realty, and I'm proud to introduce our newest member, Teo Paco Yosa, born January 4th, 2013. So I thought I'd include him in this video, hope you don't mind. And let's see how his hiccups go. So today I want to talk about bidding wars from the listing perspective. We've spoken previously about buyers and what it takes to win bidding wars and the lack of inventory in this market and how hard it is. But I haven't talked much about what one needs to do on the listing side. So one might think, oh, my house is in a hot area, it'll sell by itself, let me just throw it on the MLS and see what happens. So there's so much more to it than that if your goal is to try to net as much as possible. So there's an art of winning a bidding war, but there's also an art of creating and producing a bidding war to maximize the price that you get. Oh, you okay? You okay? So with listing, there's this sweet price point that you're trying to achieve. One might think, oh, we'll just price it high because it's a hot market. But what you get then is you get a house that's overpriced and it might get no offers or only have one buyer. And you almost always need two buyers to buy a house no matter what marketplace it is. So if you have only one buyer and it's overpriced, they're just going to offer something significantly less, and you won't get as much of a net than if you offer it at a proper price. If you offer it at a proper price, then you get the low ballers, but then you get the regular buyers, and then you get the combination of the low ballers moving the regular buyers to a higher net, and hopefully getting as many as 5, 7 offers. One thing that some agents do is they underprice in order to artificially create a bidding war. I don't believe in that at all. There's a certain price point if you're
Teo doesn't believe in it either.
He does not believe in underpricing. If you underprice, there's a certain price point where the buyers just think, well, the listing agent thinks that it's worth $600K, so why am I going to offer $650, $670? And sorry, my wife's making faces for the baby, and it's getting a little bit distracting. So there's a certain price point where the buyers think, well, if the listing agent put that price, why am I going to go so much higher? Even though, who cares what the listing agent puts the price at? It's the value of the place. It's the value versus the competition versus the comps. But there's just a scare that buyers have of not wanting to go 10K, 20K above list price. So you really need that price point where you're not leaving money on the table, but then you can still have some room to head upward and end up netting you in the end the most amount of money. And recently we had a listing where we actually encouraged the seller to list for 10 grand higher at the last second, which is unheard of, because by telling someone to list higher, all the risk is on the agent and they don't make any more money, so barely. So it's not for the agent to make money, but for the client to make a higher return. They started 10 grand higher, and then we're able to escalate another 20 grand on top of that. So it's about value and getting you the best net and really having the experience of a bidding war and doing it in a nice way, not in a way that really ticks off buyer agents and buyers. Do it in a way that everyone at the closing table is extremely thrilled at having the opportunity to win your bidding war. What do you think about that, Teo? Do you agree? Stick out your tongue for the camera? I saw it. All right, thank you very much. Make sure to read blog.franklyrealty.com and subscribe in the upper right hand corner. All right, bye-bye.